Yo, what's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. You guys know what it is. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and guys, we are taking a look today at the Carolina Hurricanes. Guys, we got all the good mojo going right now, and we're talking about the top teams that are playing well to start the season, and we're taking a look at the Hurricanes today. This is a team right now that is just playing some really good hockey. They're finding ways to gut out wins. And you look at their schedule, you look at their top point producers, you can see why the Carolina Hurricanes are getting things done. I'll give you a hint. It's the guy behind the bench. He has a lot to do with this, so we're going to be going over that. So to start the season, they get a 6-3 win over the New York Islanders. That would start a 3-game road trip. They played Nashville, Montreal, and Columbus, and they were able to win all of those games. So they're 4-0, and they go back home to end the month of October, a 4-game homestand. And they've taken care of business. They win 4-1 against Toronto, 3-0 against Boston, their first shutout of the season. They beat Chicago 6-3. That was a little bit of a frightening game. There was a chance maybe that could be a problem, but they held their own. And then they beat the Arizona Coyotes. They win that one 2-1. And all of a sudden, here we are. The Carolina Hurricanes are one of the few teams after this weekend to be 8-0 and undefeated. No blemishes, no overtime losses, completely undefeated, 8-0 to start the season. Now you may be questioning, well, where's that production coming from? How are they getting it done? Well, we're going to go over that. So, right now you're looking at top point producers. They're getting a lot of points from the big boys. You got Andrei Svechnikov with 11 points. He leads the team in points this season. Sebastian Aho, number 20, he's got 10 points on the year. And then we start to see some interesting names here. You see Tony DeAngelo, the guy that was told he's not good enough to play hockey. He had some social media situations and stuff like that. People don't agree with his opinion. Well, he's just going to go out there and prove everybody wrong, put up points. And he's got 9 points this season. He's over a point per game. Really, some good stuff from Tony DeAngelo. I just hope he can keep this up and avoid getting himself into trouble with off-ice stuff. I don't necessarily think it's fair the way he ended his thing, but again, there was some stuff in the locker room, and I think that became the bigger issue. Tony DeAngelo, man, you can't knock him right now. He's got 9 points in 8 games, and has just been... I mean, everybody was kind of laughing when, Tom Dundon and everybody else said that, he was going to replace Dougie Hamilton. He's kind of doing that right now. Just saying. Teuvo Teravainen, Vincent Trocheck, they each got 8 points on the season. Jacob Slavin, he's got a half a dozen points. And you got Jordan Staal and Brett Pesce, each with 5 points. That is your top guys in the points department. Jacob Slavin and Brett Pesce playing over 22 minutes of ice time a night. So you can tell the big boys are on the ice for them. Brady Shea was left for dead. He's got over 20 minutes of ice time this season so far. He's been really good. Again, he's just a shutdown defenseman, and he's just doing his job, and he's doing it well. So, again, all these former Ranger guys here are doing pretty well right now for the Hurricanes. Now, you look at their points. Again, like I said, undefeated, no blemishes on the record. And they're the only team left in the NHL that has not lost a game yet this season. I just jinxed them, but they're currently 8-0, 16 points, a perfect 1,000 points because they've not given up a point yet. And their goal differential is the best in the league. It is a plus 21. Now, you look at their divisional standings. It's not easy, but they have a 3-point lead over second place in the Metropolitan Division, who is the strongest right now in the league. They have 16 points. Carolina has 13, and the Rangers have 11. They have a 5-point edge over the third team in this division, which is supposed to be very coveted, right? So, Carolina just doing what they have to do. Now, you look at the goaltending, and I think that's been an interesting factor here because you look at Freddie Anderson's numbers. He's third best in the league right now for goals against average. In his first 7 games, he's 7-0 to start his career in Carolina. A 1.29 goals against average. That's one of the best in the league. He's also got one of the best save percentages in the league. 956 save percentage. He started in 400 NHL games. He's putting up some unreal numbers right now in Carolina. And that has to piss off Leaf fans. It absolutely has to. And what they've done with social media, with the Kakanyemi situation, what they've done with, the Leafs on the Freddie Anderson situation, they are just going and running away with it. And Peter Mrazek, they decided to let go of Peter Mrazek. He's out for the Leafs now for an extended period of time, so making that decision look like a good one. Like, wow. Wow. And what we've seen here is just, like I said, nothing short of incredible. And even the game Antti Raanta came in, he won that game. He's a perfect 1-0. He's undefeated as well. So, like I said, what we've seen from this team is nothing short of incredible, but they're just finding ways to win. And, you look at this team, they've always been good on the power play, always been good special teams. And Rod Brind'Amour, I mean, you look at all the turnover that they had this summer. They lost all these guys, and, could this team be able to, meet the expectations everyone had for them? They're doing that right now. And again, you have to give credit. Really, I always give it to Rod Brind'Amour. I always give it to the coach because that's the first guy that you look at. And it is well deserved. He has just done such a great job in his time in Carolina. You look at the quick turnaround. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals either his first or second year there in Carolina. And here they are, and they are off and running, and they really haven't slowed down since then. Unbelievable jerseys every night. They've got a really good collection of jerseys. The Storm Surge, just everything. Social media, their production on the ice. It is firing on all cylinders, and it may be creating a new market in the NHL to what we'll see in the future from other teams trying to maybe copycat. But the thing is, and the NHL is so old school, the way they do things, their jerseys, the way they handle media and PR and everything else. This is just such an outlier from the Hurricanes, and they found a way to mold it and make it work. Because this could easily have been, they play like shit and everybody forgets about it and they scrap it because they're getting made fun of. No, they embrace the nature, they embrace everything that it's gone through, and here they are doing what they're doing. And again, a team that I included, kind of gave them a little slander for the way they handled this offseason. Moving all your goaltenders, moving a bunch of defensemen that were really good. They just didn't want to pay them. And still finding success. That's a credit to what Tom Dundon, Don Waddell believe in their head coach and Rod Brind'Amour. Basically, they believe that it doesn't necessarily matter how much we pay the depth guys. We are still going to find a way to make the best out of those players because Brind'Amour is just that good of a head coach. And he's been able to do that with guys like Tony DeAngelo on a very small league mint contract. And they're just getting the best out of these players. Brady Shea, who got that big extension in New York, talked that maybe he was going to get bought out or he just was a bust. And now he's one of the better defensive players in the league this season. Again, it's like they're just able to, what everybody else would say would be a bad idea. Don Waddell goes in and says, all right, we're going to take that guy for cheap and we're going to turn him into a great player. That's basically the mindset of the Carolina Hurricanes, that they could take anybody, make them a great player, and then do what they have to do. And they're pretty cutthroat. I mean, you saw what happened with guys like Warren Foegele, guys like Dougie Hamilton, Alex Nedeljkovic, who I'm trying to remember who else. The guy that went to Pittsburgh, Brock McGinn. I mean, those are pretty, those guys were staples of the Carolina Hurricanes. Just let them walk away for nothing. And they're able to bring guys that replace them, if not bring better production. And the thing is, I think the hardest thing to do as a general manager is you see a team that makes the playoffs, and you just think, maybe one of these years we'll just get it done. Maybe we'll just get it done. Keep the same team out there. Keep icing the same team, Maple Leafs, and it'll just work one day. Well, Carolina had the mindset that, okay, they could have had the same mindset this offseason, right? We lost to the, a really good hockey team in Tampa. They win the Stanley Cup. They're one of the best franchises in this decade. And we're going to keep things the same. They didn't do that. They said, we didn't get the expectations that we wanted. And we're going to, okay, you don't want to sign here for the contract we want? You can go. And we're going to find someone that does want to play here and is going to get the most from their head coach, Rod Brind'Amour. And we're going to find that success. And that's what they've been able to do. So, Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I think the success of the Hurricanes has really been the story of the season. I know everybody's talking about Florida. They're in a little bit of turmoil right now with the head coaching. They have their first loss of the season. But here are the Carolina Hurricanes, like I said, and they're just finding ways to win. They have a couple of tough games this week. They have to go to the United Center Wednesday. They have to play Florida Saturday in Florida at Sunrise. That could be a rough game. So the Carolina Hurricanes, the deed is not done yet. They won't go 82-0 this season, at least I don't think. But man, what a great start for the Carolina Hurricanes, as they're the lone undefeated team in the NHL at this point. So guys, let me know what you think down below. How many wins will this go? Will it end Wednesday against the Blackhawks and they'll get their first win of the season? Will it end Saturday against a very good Florida Panthers team? Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching this video, and let's go Canes.